I'm your host, Welcome 23. You're joining me for BloodBound 3, Chapter 13, The Ally. Stand in an abandoned alley in Tokyo where you raise a sword above Gaius as he kneels, defeated. You don't want to do that. And what? I should just let you go? Let you run back to Rheya? I've been waiting to kill you for so long, Gaius. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't. And when he looks back up at you, his eyes sparkle with cruelty, anger, and clarity. Because I'm the one who knows how to kill that bitch. The sword stops inches from his neck as you try to process the words. What did you just say? Gaius looks up at you, his expression wrecked, his eyes blazing with rage. It's what you want to write, killer. In this nightmare, I know how. Bullshit. It's the truth. I discovered her weakness centuries ago. Told no one. Because why would I? But nah. Clenches and unclenches his fists, teeth bare. Fury shudders through him. She ruined me. She violated me. She stole my life. With a roar, he punches at the ground, forming a small crater beneath his fist. She used me as a mindless servant, using my devotion and faith against me. She never cared about me. She never loved me. You think you want to kill her? You have no idea. Grit your teeth, but don't move the sword. Why should I believe you after everything you've done to us? All the lies you've built up? How do I know you're not just saying this to save your skin? Even with steel to his throat, Gaius rolls his eyes. You're the mind reader, you tell me. Uneasy, you stare into his eyes and form a link between your minds. As you do, you sense the truth as Gaius's words. How broken he is in the wake of what you revealed. How furious. How honest. You really mean it. I do. I will help you destroy her. For good. All Rheya has on him is really gone. Stare at him a moment longer, then finally drop the sword to your side. Fine. Stand up. I'm taking you to the others so that you can tell us all exactly what the secret is. Try anything, and you're dead. Gaius gets to his feet, and you shepherd him onward with the tip of the sword. You let the sword hover at his back in a silent warning. Just keep moving. Whatever you say, Your Highness. When you reach the Fives Club, you force Gaius inside. He enters with a grimace, and as he steps into the room, everyone springs up to their feet, diving for their weapons. What? Gaius! How did he get in here? Threat detected. Initializing battle procedure. Rheya is the first to notice you holding the sword at Gaius's back. Amy, what the hell is this? You... Jax races across the room, drawing a sword with a fury flashing in his eyes. Bastard! Akio darts forward and grabs Jax, trying to force him back. Hold on, you'll get hurt. I'm not the one getting hurt. Jax's chest heaves for breath as he glares, burns, and Gaius doesn't even look at him. Everyone hold on. He turned to look at you, some confused, some angry. Amy, you brought him here? Oh god, is he mind controlling you too? No, nothing like that. He glanced at Gaius, who's purposely not meeting anyone's gaze, glaring off into the middle of distance. Rheya was in his mind all this time, shaping him, altering him. I took away her influence and showed him her true nature. He says he wants to help us defeat her. He wants to kill her. He's lying, you idiot. He's manipulating you to get in here. You lower your sword, but Gaius doesn't move. Then why hasn't he attacked yet? Because that's this Gaius we're talking about? He's basically a snake in human skin? His very skills at playing the long con, he can't be trusted. Jax is still fighting against Akio, but the other vampire strength keeps him at bay. It's Gaius. Gaius! I'm not asking anyone to trust him, but we have to hear him out. I know what you all are thinking, trust me, I don't like it either, but we can't pass up this chance. To cut his head off? I agree. No, I mean Gaius is the one who's been with Rheya the longest. If he says he knows how to end her, I believe him. We can't afford to turn any information away, even when it comes from him. If he really is our only hope at stopping Rheya, we have to hear him out. The others look at one another, silently debating. Jax just continues to glare at Gaius, teeth bared. Very well. We'll hear what he has to say. But he has to be restrained. If you recall, he just killed one of our own. Are you all insane? Jax growls and Gaius presses his lips together in a grim line. The Evolved comes forward, pulling a slick metallic wire from a shoulder compartment, tying up Gaius' arms. Once everyone is seated, you stand diligently behind Gaius, keeping the sword against his neck, just in case. Let's hear it then. Gaius glances at the others with a faint disdain, muscles still tight with anger. You tap the blade against his neck, warning. He lets out a sigh. Before Rheya became the first vampire, she was betrothed and a daughter. And then the king of Medea sentenced her to death in the cave for daring to reject him. That is where she found the tree of eternal life. Demetrius, Lola, my loves, please forgive me. She wandered the caves for days until she found the tree, drank from its sap, and when she emerged, she was fully a vampire. With her new powers, it was easy for her to dispose the king of the kingdom. Medea is mine. In her new seat of power, she wanted to right the injustices of the world, to prevent others from experiencing what she had, to create a utopia, a paradise on earth. I do not wish to conquer our neighbors, nor resort to bloodshed. If they rally against us, let us first try peaceful negotiation. If the Sons of Ares can be moved to join our cause, with the right motivation. She was determined not to resort to violence to solve our problems. At first she ruled with fairness and mercy. I'm glad you were able to appeal to the dignitary before he left. It was the close thing, but I believe he understood in the end. At least now I have the evening free to have dinner with you and Lola, my two loves. Her betrothed and daughter were always close by. She kept them by her side whenever possible. They knew what she was, and weren't afraid. Mama, I want to see your fangs again. They're nothing special. They are. I want fangs like you, Mama. My darling. She never turned them. She always refused. Perhaps she was scared, uncertain if it would work. Maybe she knew by then that being a vampire meant holding hands with darkness. Maybe she knew she'd be losing them all the same. No, Lola. These are just for me, do you understand? But... say you understand. I understand. Perhaps what happened next could have been avoided if she had done them. There were those who wished to put Rheya down, loyalists to the old king. One night they attacked. Demetrius, Lola, what have they done? Sons of Ares killed them. Slew Demetrius and burned Lola alive. No, 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 my loves, no! She was devastated. Their loss finally cracked her open, revealing the darkness that had been building beneath the surface. They will all pay. The grief she cradled her betrothed body, desperate to undo what had been done. Please, please, Demetrius, come back to me. She did the unthinkable. Tried to feed his body her blood, turn him after he had died. It went horribly wrong. He'd been dead for too long. Instead of coming back with eternal life, he came back with eternal death. Demetrius, what happened? What's wrong? Why aren't you... Demetrius had nothing. A shallow shell, unable to feel, unable to love. When Rheya took him back to the castle, every human they passed sickened. They rotted.
died. Everywhere he went, he radiated death. He was a walking plague. No, it was worse than death. The humans he infected began to turn monstrous, bestial, ravenous ferals.
Gaius nods.
Rheya was the first vampire. Her betrothed, Demetrius, was the first feral. He was a danger to everyone who came into contact with him. Whether I got too close, I could feel myself weakening dangerously fast, as if stepping into sunlight. Even Rheya could only stand to be with him a few minutes at a time before she began to wear away. The blood toxic, black. Even one drop could turn anyone who touched it feral, be it vampire or human, or first vampire.
So, what happened to him?
She kept him locked up. It pained her greatly, and she decided to simply let him go free.
Even though he was dangerous.
Got himself a boat. He set off into the ocean, and never came back. He left. The last of Rhea's conscience was gone. He was wholly a different person after that. She found the loyalists, every single one. She tore them apart with her hands, fed them to the dogs, mounted their heads on spikes. She killed the followers, their children, their families. And I wouldn't help her. She entered my mind. She made me into the monster that would. The goddess of blood, the source of so much misery and pain.
So what you're saying is that Demetrius is the weapon we need.
His blood is the only thing that can weaken Rheya. Stab her with a blood blade coated in it, and she'd turn feral.
And that's good why?
Rhea's greatest advantage is her mind. Her ability to control, to influence, to manipulate. As a fair, she'd be a mindless, stripped of all psychic powers. We could overpower her, we could kill her.
Where is Demetrius now?
I tracked him down to an island in the South Pacific. One that's not on any maps. It's a dead zone. No ship that's gone there has ever come back.
Oh, kind of like the Bermuda Triangle. And you'll tell us where it is?
No. I'll take you there.
A dense silence hangs over the room. And then, at last, Jack speaks.
Tell me you're not buying this. Tell me he's just saying what he has to stay alive.
Why can't you just tell us where it is?
Because if I did, then you would just kill me and go there yourselves. What did I say?
Well, the honesty is refreshing.
Amy, can't you pull it out of his mind?
Close your eyes and concentrate, digging deep into Gaius, but only find sharp pain flaring red.
It's like he's blocking it. Apologies, but you don't get to be my age without learning a few psychic tricks of your own. Keep it, though. You'll break me sooner or later. I give it 6 months, maybe a year.
Why are you doing this? What are you even after?
Revenge. Rheya betrayed me, manipulated me, used me. The only thing I want anymore, the only thing I care about, is seeing the fear in her eyes before I plunge a stake through her heart. I want her to know that I was the cause of her downfall. After that, do whatever the hell you want with me.
And if we can possibly trust that, we are not teaming up with him. I agree. For all we know, he could lead us right into a trap. Guys, I went into his mind. He's telling the truth. About this, at least. Adrian, Camila look at each other uneasily. There has to be another way to defeat Rheya. Kano's training. He said it would take years. This is a solution to stop Rheya now.
No. No, goddammit, no! We cannot do this. Not with him. Not after what he did.
Jax. Gaius is a victim too. I know it sounds hard to believe, but Gaius, the real Gaius, Rheya hurt him too. You remember what she did to you? How she warped your mind? How she made you want to hurt me? Jax's face falls, haunted. That's what she did to him, but worse, deeper, lasting for 2,000 years. His mind, it was like it was infested, full of rot. He deserves his chance at vengeance, too. Jax exhales sharply, nostrils flaring, head down, but then he lets go, his body sagging as he lowers the sword.
Damn it, damn it!
After a lingering silence, Adrian steps forward.
It's a hard bargain, but I trust Amy. If she thinks it's the right call, then it is.
I agree.
But if you decide, I'd advise you to take extreme caution.
Turning to Camilla, whose face is a hard mask of stoic determination. Without saying a word, she crosses the room towards Gaius. So this is what you want us to believe? That all this time, all those centuries, those millennia, it wasn't really you? It was just Rheya's brainwashing? I don't buy it. Not for a second. I know you. Rheya might have shaped you, but you were the man who made those choices. You were the man who caused so much pain. The guys that killed so many, that monster that made me, that was you. Tell me I'm wrong. Gaius doesn't blink, but something dances in his eyes. Something that almost looks like regret. I didn't think so. Her hands move, an imperceptible blur, and then her dagger's out, points resting below Gaius's eye. So listen and listen well. This is not your redemption story. You do not become some sort of hero in the last act. One good deed does not undo a millennia of evil. We'll take your help, because we need it. But when this is done, you'll pay for your sins, for all the harm you've done, for all the people you've hurt. Understand?
I do.
Jax walks over to get his sword in his hand.
And when that day comes, I'll be the one to do it.
Then he smashes the butt of his sword hilt into Gaius' face, hard enough to split his cheek, hard enough to knock him to his knees. No one protests. Try to reach for Jax, but he turns away, trembling with fury and grief.
Alright, if we're doing this, we should get going. Wait a moment. There is one thing we have to do before you leave.
What's that?
The wake.
Kishi. Jax hangs his head, and everyone turns solemn. It's the least he deserves. He was a troubled man, but we should lay him to rest properly. He was one of us and a friend.
Will you stay to help us say goodbye?
It might help Jax come to terms with what happened. And it'd be nice to send Takeshi off. We owe it to Takeshi. He did save our lives, after all. I think that's what he would have wanted.
It is. Very well. We'll get started at once.
You all gather on the roof of the club, a box held in Henry's hands. Is that...
We gathered his ashes.
Thank you. That was really considerate of you. Of course. That's at Jax, who's staring out at the Tokyo skyline. The sounds of the city are distant here. All the way in the back stands Gaius, who's still tied up, looking at the sky instead of Amy, any of you.
Why does he have to be here?
We can't afford to leave him alone. I'm sorry, Jax.
Fine. Let him watch. Let him see how a man who was loved is mourned. And know that no one would ever do the same for him.
Henry steps forward, clearing his throat.
Since we're all here, let us say our goodbyes. Takeshi, we spent many nights arguing, but also many nights drinking and laughing. You were the best at chess, but you always get so cranky whenever I beat you at mahjong.
Henry smiles slightly, but his smile trembles and drops.
I will miss you, old friend.
He hands the box to Eiko, who holds it carefully. You were the oldest friend in the world, Takeshi. My first ally, my loyal warrior. I'm so sorry for those times I lost patience for you. For the harsh things I said. For my cruelty. He holds back tears and takes a breath to calm herself. You were there from the start. I wish you were here now. Goodbye, dear friend. Eiko takes the box, bowing his head. You and I had some times, huh? Battles we fought, the endless nights sparring. God how much sake we put away together. I miss you, brother. When the box is handed to the Evolve, she just stands there for a moment. But when she speaks her command, she commands everyone's attention. Life is fleeting, far too short to enjoy all it has to offer. Even for us, for whom eternal life has been gifted, it is all too fleeting. Cities rise and fall, empires are built and then decay, and here we stand waiting for the day we turn to dust. It is a gift to even witness it at all. Takeshi Watanabe witnessed much of it, and now he is gone. But that does not mean his time on this earth was for nothing. Evolve ignores everyone's surprised stares and hands the box to Jax, who brings it close to his chest. Now let me speak. Really? Of course. It was your maker. It's only right. What he did was against the rules, yes, but it seems superfluous to raise the issue now that he's gone, don't you think? Jax takes a deep breath, the box trembling in his hold. I would have died without Takeshi. He risked everything to help me, to train me. When I thought he died, it felt... But now he's really gone, and... Jax's voice breaks, overcome with emotion. You rest a comforting hand on Jax's shoulder, letting him know he's not alone. Go on, Jax, you've got this. Thanks, Amy. The cool night breeze passes over you as the stars gleam overhead. Jax's spine straightens as he holds the box to his chest. I was so mad at you, Takeshi, all that grief, all that pain, when I could have known you were alive. But I see now it doesn't matter. The relief was great, greater than the betrayal. To talk to you again, I didn't think I'd ever have the chance. I consider that a gift, that we could see one another, that you could see the man I've become. A tear slides down his face. Jax turns to you, spinning the box. Oh. I'll say a few words. I didn't know Takeshi very well, but I feel like what I saw, I understood. Before guys attacked, he and I talked. He told me about his life, his regrets, about how he tried to run from his guilt, to drown it. He was proud of you, Jax. He loved you, and he was going to make it right. You hand the box back to Jax, who grips it tightly in his fist. In a way, maybe he did. Jax's head drops, tears running down his cheeks. I didn't know that. But you do now. After one last moment of silence, he opens the boxes and begins to scatter Takeshi's ashes to the wind. Goodbye, Takeshi. Thank you for everything. As the group begins to exchange quiet words of condolence and reassurance, you glance behind you at Guys. He watches the scattering of Takeshi's ashes with pinched eyes, as if actually feeling a measure of remorse. And he turns away, still saying nothing. It's strange. Takeshi had what most men dream of: power, wealth, limitless youth, endless pleasure. But in the end, I think all he really wanted was to be a simple man again. Her eyes flit to Jax. To be a father. Jax exhales sharply, craning his head up to the sky. Goodbye. The night hangs over you like the sea, silent, cold, and endless. At last, Henry speaks. You don't have to go, you know. We can offer you a safe haven here. Safe until how long? You know Rheya will eventually come here as well. You don't know that. We do. We still have time to set up a defense plan. We can protect ourselves here. Yeah, I really don't think you guys understand how powerful she is. She's final boss status, and might not even be her final form. Then perhaps I could sweeten the offer. With Takeshi gone, the Five have an open spot on our council. A spot we can only fill with a powerful, righteous, and deeply trustworthy vampire. Camila Sahid, will you join us? Me? What? I mean, it is a tempting offer. Being part of the Five would definitely give you more power than being a CEO in New York. I had no idea you were so ambitious, Amy. Camilla laughs softly and puts a hand on your shoulder, addressing Henry. Apologies, Henry, but I go wherever Amy goes. I'd follow her into hell itself. You do that for her. You see the quiet devastation in her eyes, but Camilla doesn't seem to notice, only looking at you. I would.
I understand. If you ever change your mind, you have a place here.
If you want to visit again, let us know. I hope you succeed in your task. Thank you for your hospitality. Yeah, it's been great. And when you see Kano, tell him I'm sorry. The others all leave, leaving only you and Jack on the roof. He stares over Tokyo, the box now empty in his arms. Thank you for this, Amy. For coming out here. For letting me have this. Are you alright? No, not really. But I'll find a way to keep fighting. I'll make him proud. You step up to Jax from behind, wrapping your arms around him and hold him close. I'm here for you. You know that, right? No matter what? I know. Soon enough, you arrive at the airfield to head to Adrian's plane, Gaius in tow. His arms are still bound together with the wire they Evolve gave you, and he jerks them in annoyance.
Are these restraints really necessary?
Yes. Absolutely.
You're lucky we aren't cut off your hands.
Guy sighs and allows himself to be shepherded in the plane. You're about to follow when you hear a familiar voice in your head, and that pulls you back in your mind to the white room. So, you're leaving. Kano, how? Right, powerful psychic. I keep forgetting. He laughs a bit, but his tone is somber.
I wish you'd stay, but I know you won't.
Are you sure you don't want to come with us? You'd be so much help.
I cannot. It is not where I'm meant to be. Good luck, Bloodkeeper. I wish you luck, and I hope our paths cross again.
You feel him leave your mind and sigh, heading into the plane to get ready for a long flight. You look around and see the guy sitting by himself in the very back, looking bored. I still can't get used to him being here. Everyone else is spread out, absorbed in their own thoughts. You find a seat next to Lily and exchange tired smiles. Man, I'm actually really bummed to be leaving. There's so much more of Japan I want to see. The Five said they lifted the ban for us, though. Maybe we can come back. Yeah, I hope so.
A little silly to think of the future under the circumstances of what awaits you when you land, isn't it?
Lily winces as you glare at Gaius.
What? I'm pointing out the glaring obviousness.
The plane takes off and you watch as Tokyo falls away below you. As you try to get comfortable, you notice something fluttering under the seat. Here, really? Yeah, I ask that every time this diamond choice book pops up. It's a tapestry fragment. You sidle closer to it, but the feeling you get from it isn't malicious. You see a glimpse of Adrian, Camilla, and Seraphine from a long time ago. Seraphine! Hello, my love. It's been too long.
You two know each other?
We go way back. Old country back.
Old country back, eh?
You reach out and touch the tapestry fragment and immediately begins to transport you through time and space. Until you find yourself looking out at an old saloon from the late 1800s. Welcome to the graveyard, chief. Name's Garrus. What'll it be? Adrian and Camilla take a seat at the bar, looking around. Quite a lively crowd in here. Not at all lively, if you catch my drift. The bartender points out a grey-skinned woman at the end of the bar, as well as a man who seems to be a mummy. Fascinating. It seems like you two don't see this sort of crowd often. Strange, considering what you are.
We're not from New Orleans.
No? Whereabouts then? New York. Ah, yes, they would explain. We try to avoid New York. Too violent and territorial, too.
Guys.
Exactly. New Orleans is much more our speed. Garrus pours them each a drink while they look around curiously. At a bar, a stone troll sips delicately at a glass of wine, and a live band of flickering apparitions perform a lively tune. I bet you don't see this kind of entertainment up in the north. You're right about that. Yet surely the lawlessness is a problem in its own right. Are you kidding, this lot? All they want to do is have a good time.
And how often do they count good times, leave a body count?
This is just like a New York vampire. All business for fun.
A beautiful woman approaches them from the other side of the bar, a wry smile on her face.
Seraphine. Bonjour, my love. It's been too long.
You two know each other?
We go way back. Old country back. My, if the night isn't just full of surprises. Adrian, this is Seraphine DuPont.
Adrian raises Seraphine's hand to his lips, kissing it gently. Adrian Rains, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, my small. The pleasure is all mine. Staggers forward, accidentally spilling some of the wine on his chest. She mops it up, placing a hand on his chest. Camilla rolls her eyes.
What are you doing down here?
Drinking, dancing, enjoying life. Last I saw you were on a privateer's ship heading to the Caribbean. What happened there? You wouldn't believe me in 1,000 years, ma chérie. The question is, what are you doing here? There are reports of rogue vampires terrorizing the South. Guy has sent us down here to bring them to justice. I see. You must be the ones of his butchers then?
I prefer the term soldier.
It's been 2 centuries in Gaius' employ, and know precisely how he operates.
Her gaze narrows and Garrus flits behind the bar, watching the scene cautiously.
The real question is, am I one of the vampires you've been sent to find?
Adrian and Camilla glance at each other uneasily.
Are you responsible for the slaughter of New Waverly? I'm not.
Then we're all good.
A dense silence lingers over the room, and Seraphine laughs sprightly. Alright then, bon, let's shall drink.
She sits with the two of them as Garrus pours another glass. The stone troll nearby takes out a pair of glasses and begins to read the newspaper.
So Adrian, Camilla, what is it life like up north? Colder. If I recall, you prefer things hot.
Adrian cocks an eyebrow and Camilla glances away.
I don't know how long you are staying, but I would be glad to show you around. You have no idea how wild this town can get.
Wilder than this tavern? Her eyes meet Adrian's as she bites her lip.
Oh, you have no idea. For now, let's just enjoy the drink.
The three of them toast. Good new friends.
And old.
They all clink the glasses together.
I think this would be the start of a beautiful friendship.
You come back to yourself, blinking.
So that's how they met.
Note to self, visit New Orleans in the future. All of you are quiet, wrapped up in your own thoughts. Eventually, Lily sighs and heads for the bar. Gaius watches her with make a drink, then gently clears his throat. Would it be too much to ask for an old-fashioned?
Yes. You're our prisoner, not our guest. Gaius scoffs.
I could escape whenever I feel like it, you know. I'm just playing nice to humor you. You know what would humor me? Smashing your face in. Because that worked so well last time.
Oh, can't we put a missile on him or something? I didn't know he'd be so chatty.
You only need to relax, I swear. Being a vampire used to be fun. Please, for the love of God, let me kill him.
Against your better judgment, you head towards Gaius, who appraises you coolly. You want something, don't you?
You know, somebody making small talk to pass the time.
Here's the twist of his mouth. Is more annoyed than amused. His jaw clenched tightly. The two of you stared each other down for a moment. Okay, let's talk.
Oh, goody. Each one of you has some manners.
Let's talk about what's going on. What's got you so upset? His eyes twitch just slightly, and his smile turns nearer to a grimace.
What makes you think I'm upset? Playing and playing sober with all of you fascinating people is truly peak entertainment. Truly.
Then lower into your eye. You search his gaze, probing him until he does something you'd never expect. He looks away. Is it because you can finally feel what you've done? Like Camila said before, you know who you are, Gaius. You know what you've done. Rheya played you. But now that I've taken her influence away, are they haunting you, Gaius? The ghosts of all the people you murdered? He doesn't answer, but at least he stops talking. Good chat. You turn and stride over to join Lily at the bar, pouring a glass for yourself and downing in one gulp. Damn! You and the others doze on and off through the flight as the hours pass by. Eventually, Adrian goes to visit the cockpit and comes back after speaking with the pilot. We should be landing shortly. Guy stirs at this and struggles to buckle seatbelt with a tied-up hand. You raise an eyebrow at him. What? Don't trust the pilot to make a smooth landing?
The mysterious island of death? No, actually, I don't.
Unnerved, you click your seatbelt into place as well. Amy, how many times have you ridden in this plane? You don't need it. An alarm begins to blare as a red light strobes through the plane. The hell? Everyone except you and Gaius get tossed to the side as the plane veers sharply to the right. Ow. The plane begins to nosedive as Adrian struggles to get back to the cockpit. This must be Demetrius's power. I can already feel it. The plane shudders as large shapes begin to bang against it, snarling and hissing. What are... You hear impossible screeches and hisses. A jagged claw tears through the side. Oh my god. An explosion rocks the plane as smoke trails across the windows. Everyone hold on. You scream as the plane struggles to right itself, the pilot trying to level it out. The plane crashes against the shore of the island, sand spraying against the windows as everyone rattles and shakes. The windows rattle and shake and breaks apart. I'm too young to die. I'm too young to die. I'm too young. The plane continues to shudder and smash apart, screeching as metal tears and breaks until it finally comes to a weary stop. It takes several minutes of stillness for you to open your eyes and realize you're not dead. You try to catch your breath, completely shaken. Oh my god, is everyone alright? Fine. Yeah, I think I'm good.
What the hell were those things? They blew the engines.
Glance at Gaius, still sitting buckled in his chair. He shrugs.
Don't look at me, I've never been here.
Wait, where's Adrian and the pilot? You all struggle to clamber out of the wreckage onto the shore. Your feet sink into the soft sand. The smoke trails upwards from the ruined plane. Adrian! In the moonlight, you see two dark figures fighting. Adrian jumps away from the others. Wild swing. the pilot, but what's wrong with him? He spasms wildly, veins throbbing black, an oily foam bubbling through his lips. It's like he's turning into a feral. Like he's turning feral. Adrian dodges the man, even as he snarls and bites. Just hold on. If we can restrain you, get you away from here.
It'll be no use. Man's already gone. If you let him bite you, you'll be too.
Before anyone can respond, Guy steps forward, loops his restraints around the pilot's neck, and pulls, slicing clean through. No! The deed is done. The pilot's body collapses to the ground, headless, and turns to ash, carried away by the salty sea breeze.
You killed him.
Gaius, what the hell, man? He could have been saved.
No, I couldn't. You know that. You don't want to admit it. So I made the difficult choice for you. You're welcome.
Adrian glares at him, breathing hard. It's always your answer, isn't it?
There's a problem, kill it. There's nothing you won't answer with blood. Which words from the butcher of Anemotin. Don't you dare!
Guy shrugs and turns away.
Fine, next time you're in trouble, I'll let you die.
The danger resolved, you take a moment to catch your breath, gazing at the plane wreckage. What the? Beyond the plane, you see dozens more, as well as shipwrecks that range from modern to antique. So, I know the Bermuda Triangle isn't in the South Pacific, but what if it was?
So many wrecks. Like I said, no ship that's ever come here has come back.
You can, in fact, see countless skeletons along the shore. You shiver and feel a sudden queasiness, a dizziness, an itching underneath your skin. Yeah, even I'm not feeling so hot. I feel it too. It's like this island is killing us, slowly, one cell at a time. Can we not be here?
Let's move fast. We'll gather what provisions we can and head into the jungle.
You all begin to scavenge through the wreck, pulling out blood packets and water bottles. My clothes are all torn up thanks to the crash.
I think there's some spare outfits in there. Here's one. Why don't you try it on?
Oh, this is perfect for the hiking through the island.
I mean, at least it's better than the outfit we've been wearing. Trailblazer.
How do I look? Like one boss-ass lowercraft-ass bitch. I don't know who that is, but I'd say you look something like an archaeologist who hunts ancient relics in the most dangerous of places. Wait. Are you messing with me?
You look ready to take on anything, Amy.
Even Jack smiles, the first smile you've seen from him in ages.
Nice.
Once everyone is ready, Adrian turns to the jungle.
Alright then, let's go find Demetrius.
Go out into the jungle where the foliage is thick enough to block a good portion of the sky. Still, you see that the daybreak is rapidly approaching. We'll need to find a sheltered place to camp for the night, or day. You all step over large roots stuck under hanging vines until you find a shaded clearing. Adrian and Camila begin to drape blankets across the branches,
just in case.
I'll keep first watch, and second. Once preparations are done, everyone settles in to rest. Gaius remains lurking at the edges, pacing like a restless cat. Would you sit down or something? Gaius shrugs disdainfully at the ground and finds a rock to perch on. Man, this is gonna be a nightmare. Adrian makes a small campfire for all of you to sit around. Lily hands out blood packets. All of you drink in terse, stoic silence. Might be one of our last nights together before we face Rheya. It feels like a shame to make it waste. This is a chance to hang out with a group, lighten the mood, share a tender island moment with a special someone. Well, I don't want to spend a moment. I want to kill Rheya. You clear your throat and everyone turns to look at you. So this is kind of a wild idea, but what if we all just relaxed? We're on an island full of death and terror. We're stuck with Captain Big Hair McMurr over there. I can hear you, you know. I know, but after this we face Rheya. Who knows what'll happen there? Ooh, this might be our last chance to have some fun. The others stare at you, and Adrian smiles.
Alright, let's bust out the s'mores. We don't have any s'mores.
Oh, now I want s'mores. We might not have, whatever that is, but we have this. Camila opens her duffel bag and takes out a bottle of rum. Camila! What? I snagged it from the bar when the plane went down. She takes a drink and then passes it to you. You sip two and it warms you all the way down. So, who likes games? I like games. Let's play Never Have I Ever.
Okay, I'll go first. Never have I ever slaughtered nearly half the population of New York.
Gaius rolls his eyes. Jags? Alright, fine. Let's play. Alright. Let me think. Keep in mind, Amy, you're playing with a bunch of thirsty-ass immortals. I don't think there's much they never have evered. Good point. Well, that's what makes it fun. Never have I ever had sex with a world leader. Been in a movie. Adrian takes a bottle with a swig. Does Camila. After a moment, Jax does too. Wait, what? I expected Adrian and Camila, but you? The bar by the UN was great. Has great cocktails. Every now and again, some good-looking prime ministers. How about you, Camila? They called her Catherine the Great, and she was.
Indeed.
See? Well, I tell you, thirsty-ass immortals. Alright, my turn. Never have I ever shoplifted anything. Jax takes a deep drink. Adrian does too. Really? Adrian Raines, billionaire CEO, shoplifting a bag of chips from CVS.
Not so much CVS as a British Antiquities Museum, and not so much a bag of chips as a priceless ceremonial dagger. In my defense, I was just returning it to a friend.
Playing the game with vampires is so bonkers, man. How about you, Camila? He shrugs and doesn't drink. Why steal when you can just buy out the whole store? On brand. Extremely on brand.
And you, Amy? Have you ever shoplifted?
Drink? I knew it, you naughty minx. It was an accident, I swear. I was gonna buy some lipstick, but I accidentally put it in my pocket when I walked out. I didn't even realize it till I was home. Sure, that's what they all say. Jax takes the bottle next.
Alright, my turn. Never have I ever been married.
Boring. We know that's just Adrian.
Actually, it's not.
One turns to look at him. What? You were married when? The guy speaks. He has a glossy look, distant. Like he's staring into the past itself, like he's rediscovering the memory itself.
Or I was done in Medea. Name was...
Follows a struggling brow, knit tight.
Eridne. Her name was Eridne. We were just teenagers in love. Snuck off to the temple. We were men before our parents could stop us. We had the most beautiful eyes. 6 months later, she caught black cough. That was that.
Guys, you never told me that.
I know. I think whatever Rheya did to me made me forget.
Rubs his temple, his face inscrutable in shadow.
If no one minds, I could use a drink.
You do not get any rum.
I wasn't talking about rum. I need blood too. Unless you want me dragging you all down.
Adrian sighs wearily.
Coolers back there have one.
Gaius gets up to go. After a moment's hesitation, you get up and follow him. I'll keep an eye on him, just to be safe. With his nod, you follow him to the cooler where he takes a blood pack. He notices you watching.
What?
You know, you don't have to put on an act around us.
What are you talking about?
This hard, uncaring exterior, the cynical asshole front, you can let it go. You're just suffering a horrible betrayal. You've been hurt by Rheya as much as we have. You can be sad. We won't judge. What do you expect him to do? Break down and start crying? Gaius frowns and opens the mud packet, taking a long swig.
Stop treating me like I'm one of you. I'm not, never will be.
Gaius, that doesn't change how you feel. Yes, there's blood, sin, betrayal of whatever deeds, but that doesn't mean you don't feel anything. Under all those evil acts, you're still a person, a victim.
It's not how I see myself.
Are you sure about that? On the plane, when our minds connected, I can sense something inside of you. There was this well of sadness, of anguish kept under lock and key, grief that didn't have time to heal. You want to deny it, but there's vulnerability in you guys. We all have it. Even you.
You don't know a damn thing about me.
I disagree. I think I might know you a bit better than you know yourself right now. You lost yourself somewhere along the way. I don't think you know how to find that version of you again. And that terrifies you, doesn't it? Gaius is silent, looking at you with a mixture of shock and horror. I don't even know if it's possible for you to go back to that version of you. I don't think there's any redemption waiting for you. But maybe you can still earn yourself a moment of peace. Gaius doesn't say a word, so you turn and walk back to the others, leaving them alone with his thoughts. They all look up at you as you approach. After that conversation, I could really use a break from, well, everything. You catch Adrian's eye and nod towards the woods behind you. He gives you a small smile and excuses himself from the rest of your group. Adrian takes your hand and together you walk along the trail, relishing the last of the moonlight. So, Gaius is back and he's helping us. I imagine you have feelings about that. Adrian doesn't speak for a moment, and when he does, his voice is distant, clouded with emotion.
It's strange. A century ago, when I led the coup against Gaius, I argued against killing him. I said we should imprison him because the day might come when we needed his power. Now that day has come. And all I can think about is how I wish I'd had the courage to end him back then.
You don't trust him.
No, I don't. Even if this is all true, even if he hates Rheya, I don't believe for a moment that he won't turn on us when we're done.
When he does, we'll be ready.
You take his hand.
We'll stand together.
I saw him kill you once, Amy. I'll never forgive that.
You don't have to. Adrian stares at you, wind ruffling his hair, and he can't help but smile.
You're the bravest person I've ever met. You know that, right?
You lean forward, kissing Adrian, long and deep. He wraps his arms around you, holding you close, and you soak up his strength, his warmth.
I love you, Amy.
I love you too.
Whatever happens, whatever's next, I'll be by your side to the very end.
That's a promise. The two of you stand there together for a long, gentle moment before he breathes deeply.
We should go. Get some rest.
Will you hold me?
Forever.
And the two of you return to the camp.
We settle in for the day up ahead.
As you try to fall asleep, you toss and turn as flashes and images come to haunt your dreams. Stand on the opera house stage before Rheya, your hands covered in ash, your heart thundering with pain and fury. How could you? How could you? And Rheya just smiles, cold, cruel, as darkness gathers around her. You wake up, sweaty, gasping. You begin to hear screaming louder and louder. What? It's only when you sit up that you realize the screaming wasn't in your dreams. It's all around you. Amy, get up, hurry! Scramble away from your blanket and look around. Chattering and rustling comes from the foliage. There! Lily points up in the air above you. What is it? I don't... Oh my... Something drops out of the canopy above, so fast you can't get a good look at it until its feet are planted on the ground right in front of you. Okay. Oh my god. What? Why is it looking at his face so hard? Like he's got more than 4 eyes, but... Oof. What in the hell is that? Spider-Man! Spider-Man! does whatever the hell no. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to social media, Discord if you like to support me and my content. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Or whenever you are watching this. No. I have had a long night. A long couple days. With no sleep. Send help. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow and subscribe. Also, if you wish to support the channel, links down below, as well as the ability to hit the join button so you become a part of the community. It's a great way of supporting the community and just giving back to yours truly for the hard work that I do. If you're not able to, that's fine. Just make sure to share this channel and share this community. Without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video or the next stream. Peace.